Precious Heart. Welcome to another segment of Journal Therapy. Today, I will be reading Tracing Where the Pain Began. Lend me your ear. Every wound has an origin. Before healing can reach its fullness, you must understand where the story started. Not to live there again, but to reclaim the power that was taken there. Many of us have spent years treating the symptoms of pain while never addressing the actual source. We fix relationships, rearrange habits, or change our outer life, but the ache remains. That's because roots don't respond to surface treatment. To trace where the pain began is to walk gently back through the corridors of your past, hand in hand with God, allowing Him to reveal what memory, belief, or moment planted the seed of hurt that still whisper through your decisions today. For me, the journey started with simple reflection, asking when I first started to feel unworthy, unseen, or unsafe. The answers didn't come all at once. They came in fragments. A silence I didn't understand as a child. A rejection that taught me to hide. A harsh word that rewired my worth. I realized that the adult version of me was still protecting the child who never got to feel secure. That awareness didn't come to shame me, but it came to free me. God can't heal what we pretend doesn't exist. When I dared to trace my pain back to its origin, I discovered that many of my behaviors weren't personality. They were protection. The people pleasing, the overthinking, the emotional distance, the all defense mechanisms created by an earlier version of me trying to stay safe. Healing required me to revisit those early moments with compassion instead of judgment. Instead of asking what's wrong with me, I began asking what happened to me. That question changed everything. It moved me out of self-blame and into self-understanding. I learned that trauma doesn't always roar. Sometimes it whispers. It hides behind responsibility, perfectionism, or silence. It hides behind the strong one, the dependable one, the quiet one. But when you begin tracing your pain, you realize nothing about your reaction is random. There are echoes, and echoes always lead back to the original sound. In prayer, I ask God to walk me through each memory, not as a victim, but as a witness. I began journaling what surfaced, not to reopen the wounds, but to drain them of their power. Sometimes it brought tears, sometimes anger, sometimes quiet revelation. Each emotion was sacred, a sign that something long buried was finally being seen. Healing doesn't require you to relive pain. It requires you to release it. When you meet these memories with truth instead of denial, you stop being controlled by them. The parts of your story that once triggered shame begins to transform into wisdom. If you're reading this, know that tracing your pain isn't regression. It's resurrection. It's claiming every piece of yourself that trauma tried to bury. Ask God to walk you through your history with His eyes. Let Him show you what needs healing, not for punishment, but for restoration. You are not defined by what happened. You are defined by what you do with what happened. The moment you name your pain, you disarm it. The moment you face the root, the fruit of healing begins to grow. Go back, but this time, go back with grace. You're not walking into darkness. You're actually walking into your deliverance. This is a journal entry out of my newest book that will be coming soon, called The Greatest Self-Talk Part 3. It is not yet published yet, but I pray that this helps you to go back and trace the pain, because naming it starts to set you free from it. It's time to do the work. Every journal book is designed to go more and more in depth. Part one goes deeper than part one starts us out. Part 2 goes deeper than what part 1 offered, and part 3 is going to go deeper than what part 2 offers. You're on the right journey. If you came by and saw this video, you are on the right journey, and it gets better, and you will become more and more your authentic self in the molding and shaping of who God has called you to be. I love you, and you being on this journey means everything to me, but not more than it means to God. I am Coach Lean, and I'm cheering you on. God bless you, and have a great day.